Thanks for joining us for another edition of Steve on Your Side on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News Consumer Investigator Steve Staeger. This week, more from our partnership with Consumer Reports. So let's talk tariffs and inflation. While some prices have eased a bit, many families are still feeling the pinch. With likely price increases due to tariffs, many are looking for ways to make their money stretch a little bit further. Our partners at Consumer Reports have some practical, expert-backed tips to help you get the most value out of every dollar. From grocery store aisles to the gas pump, Ivan Kahina says his family has felt the squeeze and they've had to make changes.
Now we cooking at home every single day. We can no longer go out for dinner.
Ivan is not alone. With the cost of everyday essentials like food still rising and electricity prices remaining elevated, many families are looking for ways to stretch their dollars. Consumer Reports says one simple place to start: the kitchen.
Cooking at home gives you a ton of control over your budget, and you'll find you'll save a lot, maybe even hundreds, just by swapping out a few meals out for a few meals cooked at home.
CR's recent tests of 11 food categories found store brand options that tasted great and cost up to 62% less than the brand names. To save even more, stick to your shopping list and consider buying in bulk when it makes sense. When it comes to your energy bill, Consumer Reports says it's not always about buying new. While energy-efficient models can lower your costs, you might be better off repairing your current appliance.
Just because an appliance breaks doesn't mean you need to rush out and replace it. Often it makes more sense to make a repair, especially if the appliance is relatively new or if it was high-end.
And no matter the season, there are simple ways to save energy year-round. In the summer, use ceiling fans and block out direct sunlight with shades and curtains to keep your home cooler. In the winter, ceiling drafts, lowering the thermostat a few degrees, and swapping out furnace filters can help cut heating costs. For now, Ivan says he's focused on what's within his control, like spending smart.
There's no anymore that choice of getting just what you like, but what you can really afford.
Strategies that can help you keep more money in your pocket. So if you're looking for more ways to keep your budget in check, Consumer Reports also recommends reviewing your subscriptions like streaming services, repeat deliveries, and even apps to see what you can pause or cancel. Now imagine getting a call from a loved one, terrified, desperate, begging for help. But what if that voice wasn't real? Scammers are now using powerful AI voice cloning apps to steal voices or mimic someone you might trust. Consumer Reports is investigating the rise of deepfakes, revealing how these high-tech scams work and how you can best protect yourself. Deepfake technology is getting more and more convincing every day. And Ben Coleman, the head of a deepfake detection company, says it's the #1 digital risk people should be worried about.
Over the last few years, there's been an explosion of calls claiming that we have your daughter. She's in trouble, send money or else. Well, what's happened more recently is the call comes in and says, we are your daughter. Hi, I'm your daughter. I'm in trouble. Send money right now.
So what exactly is a deepfake and how does it work?
A deepfake is taking anyone's likeness, whether it's their face, a single image from LinkedIn or online, or a few seconds of audio, and using a pre-trained model, replicating their likeness to make them say or do anything you want.
These deepfakes are so advanced, it's even hard for experts to tell the difference. What's worse, there are no federal laws to stop someone from cloning your voice without your permission. Consumer Reports reviewed 6 popular voice cloning apps, uncovering a troubling trend.
So 4 of the 6 apps had no meaningful way to ensure that the user had the original speaker's consent to voice clone them. And the 2 other apps were better, had more safeguards, but we found ways around them.
While it's practically impossible to erase your digital footprint, CR says there are some steps you could take to protect yourself.
So the first thing is just knowing that deepfake scams like this exist. The second thing is using 2-factor authentication on all of your financial accounts. That means having an extra security feature on your smartphone device that requires you to input a security code or respond to an email when trying to gain access to your bank accounts. And then the third thing is just being wary of calls, any type of texts or any type of emails that are asking you for your personal financial information or just personal data. And finally, do a gut check. Does what you're hearing or seeing make sense?
By default, you should not believe anything you see online. You should always kind of follow just standard common sense.
You can read much more about the Consumer Reports deepfake investigation. We've posted that link in the article on Steve on Your Side section of 9news.com. Well, 'tis the season for potholes. They can really damage your car and drain your wallet. Repairing pothole damage hits car budgets hard. Consumer Reports is sharing tips on how to protect your wallet. A direct pothole hit at speed can ruin a tire, requiring an immediate tire change and likely replacement. Ideally, you'd see them coming, but
sometimes you can't avoid a pothole until it's too late.
Consumer Reports tire expert Ryan Pizilkowski warns that even if your tire doesn't go flat after hitting a pothole, the impact can weaken the sidewall, potentially making the car dangerous to drive or even unusable. And it's not just your tires at risk. A deep pothole can wreak havoc on your steering and suspension, throw off your alignment, and even damage your car's subframe. Consumer Reports says the best way to handle a pothole is slow down.
And if something feels amiss after that, then you can pull over and check out the tire.
When you get out of the car, inspect the tires for any cuts, blisters, or bubbles. And if you see anything, it's important to replace the tire right away. Driving on it could lead to a potentially dangerous situation like a blowout. The size and depth of the pothole and your speed all play a role in how much damage your car might take. And for drivers with low-profile tires, pothole damage may be even worse.
While low-profile tires can give you some performance gains in steering feel and cornering grip, they are more prone to pothole damage.
No matter your tire style, unlike a puncture, a flat from a pothole isn't a quick fix. Tire sealant won't help. That's why having a spare tire or a space-saver donut in your car is crucial. Without one, you could be left stranded and calling for a tow. You could also help other drivers avoid damage by reporting potholes to your local municipality. Here in Colorado, you can report potholes on highways to CDOT or to your local road department. We'll put more instructions on how to report potholes in specific areas in this story on the Steve on Your Side section at 9news.com. And finally this week, how much money do you spend on your pet each year? Get this, the annual average cost of caring for a dog or a cat is a little more than $1,000 for things like food and routine vet visits. But when it comes to pet accessories, the sky is really the limit, and scammers know that. Consumer Reports has advice on making sure you're buying the real product, not the copycat. While scrolling through ads of popular pet merchandise, think twice before you click. The Better Business Bureau warns of a significant spike in online scams targeting pet parents with low quality and even unsafe products.
If it's sold out in other places or if it's listed at a higher price in other places and all of a sudden you see it for super cheap on a random website you've never heard of, that's a telltale sign that it might not be a real website or it might be a fraudulent product or a counterfeit product.
The BBB reports that customers of one retailer were left empty-handed, even after being told their items were on the way. To avoid being scammed, buy only from reputable retailers with a secure website and a physical address and phone number. Check reviews to make sure they're verified, and be wary of overly discounted deals. Use a credit card just in case the product arrives defective or doesn't arrive at all.
There is a danger to a pet if it isn't exactly what you think it is. They could swallow parts, it could be toxic. So you want to make sure that if you're looking for a specific product, that you're using retailers that you can trust or that actually manufactured that product.
Consumer Reports makes shopping for quality pet products easy. Experts just evaluated several products, including this Jasper 360 finger toothbrush. It's sold at Walmart and Amazon for less than $15. For rainy spring days, the Paws rubber dog boots provided the best option for repelling water and mud. Sold at Amazon, PetSmart, and Walmart for under $20. And Fido will love the Fur Haven Deluxe Chase Lounge bed for its L-shaped headrest for less than $65 at Amazon and Walmart. Understand the retailer's return and refund policy. Save a copy of the order confirmation until that item's received. When it comes to flea and tick prevention, some of those could be counterfeit too. So it's best to talk with your veterinarian to determine the best treatment plan for your pet. And that's it for this Consumer Reports edition of Steve on Your Side on 9 News Plus. As always, if you have a consumer problem or anything you want Steve on Your Side to look into, send us an email to steveonyourside at 9news.com. Until next week, I'm Steve Staeger, Steve on Your Side, 9 News.